Hello everybody, how's it going? Let's take 2 deep breaths to start off this video. All right, so today I would like to talk about how the breath of life, the universe, the creator, however you want to label it or whatever you want to call it, it gives you the ingredients to bake the cake, but it's up to you to still bake it. You have to go through the process of baking a cake. So let's kind of look at the process of what baking a cake would kind of look like. So let's say me and you are hanging out, we're chilling, right? And I'm like, hey, let's make a cake, man. Like, I really want some fucking cake, like really bad. You're like, bet, let's make some cake, man. I'm like, all right, what kind of cake do we want? Oh, what kind of cake do I want? Oh, shit. I think I want some better than sex cake. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but that is my favorite cake. My mom makes it all the time. This shit's so good. I'll explain what it is as I go. But, so I'm like, all right, well, let's make some better than sex cake. And then it's like, okay, what do we need? You know, what do we need to make this cake? Well, first, I need chocolate cake mix, you know, because fuck, I don't make it from scratch, okay? My mom does, but not me. Okay, so, you know, I'm like, okay, we need some, I'm like, let's get a piece of paper. Pull out a piece of paper, write on the list, chocolate cake mix, okay? Then I'm like, what else? Oh, we need caramel. So then you get caramel, write that down on the list. And then, you know, you go and you just get, what else do I need? And then you're like, oh, I need whipped cream. Let's get some heavy whipping cream. So then you write that on the list. And then you're like, do I have sugar? You know, so on and so forth, right? And then once your list is all made, what do? You take the next step and you go to the grocery store and you get what you need. You know, you go get all the items on your list. And then you come back home or wherever you're cooking it. For me, it's in my van. But then you get all your ingredients, and what you do next is you start to make the cake. You take all the ingredients and start mixing it, you know, in the bowl, and then you get your pan and you oil your pan and you do all these steps, right? And in the end, after it's baked, you put the whipped cream on and then you take Heath bars and crunch them up and put it on top, right? So to me, this is a lot of the same process as following your dreams. Because first, you have to figure out what you want. What is your dream? How do you want to spend your perfect day? How do you want your life to look? If you don't know what that is, you're never going to achieve that, right? So first, you initially have to figure out what you want. And then, what's the next process, right? We figured out the cake, what we wanted. So then, now we figured out our dream, right? So like the life we want to live. Then you go, okay, what ingredients do I need to live out the life that I want to live? And then you start making a list of those things and you start, you know, slowly achieving little goals at a time, stacking up, you know, like that's writing down each thing you need for the cake. And then the next phase is you go to the store and you go buy that stuff. And to me, once you've like kind of acquired all the stuff you need, you get to the point where you start creating, you start like, well, not quite creating yet. I guess you start like diving in and learning and like, yeah, creating for sure, but not to the like level of like showing it off yet. Or like, you know, you're just like diving in, you're starting, you know, you're starting to go and like actually get the ingredients. You're starting to play guitar more, you're starting to make art more, you're starting to sing more, whatever it might be. Then the next phase is coming back and mixing all the ingredients. So then you have to take all the like things you love and that inspire you, and then you start to kind of make your own, right? You make your own version of your art and of your like influences, and you take it and you just mix it all together and start making your cake. Then the next thing is baking it, right? And when you're baking it, to me, that's the process of going out and sharing and like exposing yourself and going through the like heat of the oven. Because no, it's never going to be comfortable starting out sharing yourself. None of this is going to be comfortable, but you have to do it if that's what you really, if that's the cake you really want, you know? So then after you bake it, you know, you put the like frosting on, and that's when you're like really refining your craft and getting it like perfect, you know, how you want to be, how you're like coming off authentically. And that's putting the icing on the cake, right? When you finally start to like really feel like yourself and doing what you love and living the life that you want to love. And then there's the cutting and the sharing of the cake, which is like then inspiring it and sharing it with people and like, you know, creating, like giving back, you know, like giving the things that you've created in order to help people follow their purpose and to make their own cake and to have an experience that brings them joy and happiness. That analogy has really helped me personally follow the dream that I want to live. And so yeah, I hope that maybe inspires you and helps you keep going on yours or start your own, because that's all it really takes, is that first step of figuring out what cake you want, and then you just have to slowly work through the process. And it's not going to be fast, but that's okay, because that's nothing that is fast is good. If it's fast, it's cheap for the most part, unless it's a car. All right, deuces, guys. Have a good one. Peace out. Much love.